Hey guys, it's Rachel Youngson here from USPLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. Today we are kind of taking a break from using PLR, and we're actually going to look at how to create beautiful social images that will motivate your people and create engagement, and it can all be done really quickly. I created this image in under 10 minutes. So it's a beautiful quote, it's a beautiful background. I did it I have the paid version of the tool I used, but you can also use it for free, and we're going to go through it. So basically, you give your people quotes, and and that gives them something that they can kind of relate to a little bit, and it's very shareable. So let's say that I am an author, and I follow you, and you teach people how to be an author. And a lot of the times when you post things, you are posting tips on becoming an author, or how you need to craft your manuscript before you send it in, or places to send it in, or people to watch out for. These are all great things that I need to learn, but are they necessarily things that I will then turn around and share with people in my personal life who, have different careers and are not authors? Likely not, So these quotes, inspirational quotes, funny quotes, business quotes, they're great because they invoke emotion and they're easily shared. I think we've all been scrolling through our Facebook newsfeed and found memes and quotes and all this other stuff that's kind of flooding our news feeds because that's what people like. So, first, the quote. To succeed, you need three things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone, by Reuben McIntyre. I thought this was a great, funny little, beautiful quote by someone I really admire. I think she's just a great lady. So before we do anything, we're going to look at the site where I grabbed this quote from, and I went to brainyquote.com. Now, as you can see here, there's a lot of options here, and you can take any of these quotes and use them, because these are quotes from Helen Keller, Charles Swindoll. These aren't like quotes that Brainy Quote has made. So these are public quotes. The images, of course, are from Brainy Quote, and that's why you have this Brainy Quote tag down here. So basically, you'll just go through and you'll find a quote that you like, something that resonates with you. Of course, you can use the image here, but of course you'd have the Brainy Quote down here, and you'd have to use whatever image they used for that quote, which might not be as pretty as something you can make on your own. All right, you know what? I really like this one. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. I think that's great for parents and business people and everyone in between, because I think we can all learn from that. It's being just a little bit stubborn here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this quote, but instead of taking it right to the quote program that I'm using, which I'm using Stencil, but you can also use PicMonkey and Canva. But instead of taking it right there to that Stencil program, because there's this link here, I'm actually going to format this really quick. So I have a notepad open, and I'm just going to Control V. All right, so now you see there's this link here. I don't want that. Let's take that out. This is the person's name. I don't want that to be right in line with the quote. I want it to be down a little bit. So we're going to move it down. And then it's just as easy as copying this and going over to getstencil.com, and you can create a free account here. They have tons of royalty-free images. I will find an image that I like. I kind of liked the turtle, so let me see if I can find another turtle. These images are royalty-free. Now, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for not only the image, but I want to be sure that I have enough space to write the quote and not like overrun the turtle's face. we'll use this guy. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is if you click on the picture itself, you get all of these filters here. And you can scroll through and you can make the image look however you want it to look. If you change the transparency here, if you go higher, then it whites out the image. If you go lower, it deepens the image. So you can basically use a combination of the filter and the transparency to find something that works for you. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use that. Now we are going to enter in our text. We're going to remove that grid. That was the Facebook ad grid. So if you're doing a Facebook ad, this tool is great for that. I don't really know how Facebook ads work though, but I do know that it really relies on boxes and images, and I don't know much more than that. So now that we've got that, we're going to add our text. So we'll just double click on this text here, highlight, and do a Control V, and it should paste in the exact way that we've had it in the notepad, which is really nice. If you don't put it in a notepad before you copy it over here, if you just copy it from the website and send it over here, then what you'll find is that it's not going to format in a nice way. It's going to be very long and bulky, and it's going to be a pain in the neck to narrow it all down. For some reason, it's not as simple as it should be to get your text exactly where you want it to go if you don't already have it pre-formatted. So we're going to increase the text size just a little bit. We want our little turtle guy to be down, so we want our text to be up. And now we will look at the graphics here, or I'm sorry, the text fonts, and find something that works for us. Now it's good. So we'll shrink the text size. And of course, we want to change the color because that's just not a great color for this picture. You have a wide variety to choose from. And of course, once you find a color that you like, you can always lighten it, darken it, all that fun stuff. Let's keep it simple though. We're just going to go ahead and go with white. So there we go. There is our new image. So we can do a couple of things here. We can either save it, we can download it, or we can preview and share it. Regardless of whether you're going to save it or download it, I would always recommend previewing it first, because when you preview it, you can see this is what my image is going to look like Facebook desktop. This is what my image is going to look like Facebook mobile phone. This is what I look like in Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Buffer, and if you want to just send a link directly. So it's always great to go ahead and check all that stuff out before you actually save your image, because otherwise you'll have to go back and redo it, and that's always a pain. And then of course it's just as easy as downloading. I will change the file name to something like turtle success quote, and I will start the download. Easy, free, fast. I didn't time this, but I think it was under 5 minutes. And there we go. Now I have an image that I can share all over the place and get more engagement. And it's got nothing to do with PLR, but you know, for those days where you just want to keep that social engagement going and you don't really want to teach anybody anything, you just want to kind of do stuff, this is a great way to get around that. So this is Rachel Youngson from Whole Food PLR and usePLR.com. Enjoy your day.